I feel like this is like the third or something set that has like Dragonsoul resonance, or maybe it's the resonance part. But in any case, this is Dragonsoul Renaissance, the 10th booster in the Divines era. It's a pretty interesting set, has a lot of interesting things, and it's kind of a set that's kind of strange for the English release because it's been a while since we've got a booster that was for the anime, and I feel like this is one of those sets that it hurts the most when it comes to the release gap because we're already talking about like 4 products ahead of us. And we just got this set. But in any case, let's jump into this. So I've actually been looking forward to this set quite a lot because it has a lot of cool things for a lot of different decks. So it's one of those sets that kind of supports a little bit of everything, gives everything. I broke it. It's been a while since I've done that. Kind of gives everyone a good little push. There's a lot of what I'm always talking about, which is, I always mix it up, a lot of horizontal support. What I mean by that is like it goes this way, not like this way vertically, where it like pushes decks upward in a more, better direction. It just kind of continues to do what they already do, just slightly better. It's kind of been Bushi's MO for like the last 2 years or so, right? I keep talking about this term, but I'm saying I'll do a video on it, but I haven't. But yeah, there's no box toppers this time around. And I don't think we'll get any box toppers anytime soon. I think we're supposed to be getting box toppers for set 12. But I don't know if those are box toppers or like actually in the sets. But the pack design is like whatever. It's Michiru. The less I say about his performance in the anime, the better, I guess. So let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at what we've got here. So first things first, we have the new deck in Nana Clear here. So this is just the grade 2 of the ride line. We have a bunch of different cyclers, as you can imagine. We have cyclers for each nation. This one is, if it's the 3rd battle, and you put this on Guardian, it gets 10k shield. You would think because 3rd battle is like an Aquaforce thing. No, it's in every nation. Here is something for Nana Clear as well. She has this keyword of like world is stray garden, but it like really doesn't do or mean anything. It's really gotta be the most pointless keyword I've ever seen in my life. There are also these grade 3s for every nation that get plus 10k attack and shield if your damage zone has 4 more cards. So these are slightly more useful. Think they'll see any play. We have energy cards as usual. This one is for Haruka. I think your options are Haruka, Kagetsu, and I don't know who the other 2 would be, to be honest. I've only really seen those 2. I want to say one of them is Michiru, but I'm not entirely sure. We got some Vladimir support here, which is cute, and then the double rare here, Desire Devil Omnial here. So this says, when this is placed on your from hand, if you have a Greedon or a Desire Devil Vanguard, look at the top 5, choose up to 1 grade 3 without Regalia's piece from among them, put it to your hand, shuffle your deck, and if you did, choose a card from your hand, put it to your soul. So this lets you grab Greedon Mask, any of your other grade 3s, the Mask of Hydro Room, right? So that's kind of nice. Then when this is put into soul from here by the ability of your grade 3 greater Vanguard with Greedon, choose a card from your drop into your soul. So they unfortunately stopped making it where Greedon was cool and all the support was like kind of generic in the sense, right? Back in the day, when we had like Gulmon and some of the other cards that can actually be generic. Now everything is just locked to Desire Devil Greedon. So I have a old scab or cut. It's like healed up. It's I guess it's the scab that I gave myself last week because I was being dumb doing the dishes. Cut myself with a fancy knife. But this is the same fucking pack. Literally just open. I've never seen this happen back to back. Oh my god. That's actually kind of insane. Oh, but look at this. Wow, insane. Absolutely insane that we just got the same things back to back to back. We do get ourselves one of the FRs for the box here. So this is the Impervious Dragon. So this is, I think, a rare. But when this is placed on Rear or Guardian, if you have Raziel from your Ride deck or your Vanguard is Raziel, you get one of the following depending on where it's on. If it's on Rear, it gets 5k. And then if it was placed by Raziel's ability, it gets another 5k or 10k total instead of the 5k. And then if you place it on shield, or Guardian, I should say, it's 5k shield. But if you intercept it, it gets 10k instead of 5k. So, decent little card, I guess. We have ourselves some Dragonsoul support. He gets a whole new ride line and all the works. I think I just gave myself a paper cut from that guy. Here is a Magnolia card. I don't think this one's very good. And that is it. We're just going to get double rare for that pack. Are we going to get the same stupid non-clear card? Okay, no, something else. This is really cool. So this is the gigantic dragon nymph. Harukuhin. She's like, the card is cool and like she's pretty, but the thing is that this nymph, they're actually getting their own Vanguard as a promo coming pretty soon, which is pretty cool. This just says that when your rearguard with nymph in its card name stands in the same column she stands, which is pretty cool. Kind of looking forward to seeing if there's actually anything there. There's a new Vanguard here in Dragonsoul. So that's the starter for that. This is BARO support. Whoa, this one's not so great. This just says in theory it's good. At the beginning of your battle phase, if this is in Soul and you have BARO, you can put a card from hand into Soul, call this out, it gets 5k. In theory, this is good. There are a lot of times that I wish I had something like this, but the fact that it only does this makes it not so good. Again, vertical support. No, I had it right. Horizontal, right? It just grows the deck sideways. It doesn't really push it forward, right? This would have been nice like 12 sets ago, but oh well. Here's a new Drajeweled starter. Here is an actual comment that's actually decent. So this just says, if your order zone has 3 or more set orders, when it attacks a Vanguard, you can EV3 and just stun something, paralyze it. Which is kind of nice. Granfia has a new form, by the way, in this set. And we have this really cool Dino Dragon here, which is cool. The new Granfia form has been memed to the ends of the earth, unfortunately, so maybe it's not as good. So this is kind of interesting. This is another grade 3 that gets 10k attack and shield, but this time you have to retire Shadow Army token, which is kind of interesting. So Brand got technically 2 of those, which is, I guess, fine. Here's the Keter version of that card. Here is the Keter version of that card. We got some Houndwars to support. We got this really cute dog, really nice. Wow. And then we have ourselves some Liashafel support. So this is a special response Ulmiria. So when this is placed on rear, if you have Liashafel, choose a card from drop, put into your soul, this gets 5k. Alright, that's decent. And then when this is put into soul from rear by the ability of a greater or greater with Liashafel, choose one of your back row and restand it. That's fine. I don't know what other good boosters you have that you don't want to put into soul, so that makes your attack patterns a little different, but that's pretty cool. And we do get the brand new Vanguard here in Venatol Dynabara. So this says, act on Vanguard circle, so blast 1, look at the top 5, choose one of your grade 2 or less from among them, call it, and then shuffle. Then when this attacks, you retire 2 or more up to 5 rear guards and perform all the following based on the number of units that you retired. So if you did 2 or more, you get to, for each one retired, this gets 5k. If you did 3 or more, this gets a drive. And if you did 4 or more, your opponent's Vanguard is greater or greater. Then for this attack, it has to be 3 or more at the end of the turn. So pretty interesting. Knowing my my aptitude to things that have skills that increase in 3s, you know, I might try and build that, but we'll see. But we actually got here Disher Rockhopper support, which is pretty cool. I actually have a video that I was gonna do on this card eventually, but I haven't been able to do anything because I've just been sick. You might still hear it in my voice, but interesting that a common got a support card that works along with it. Got some random commons, nothing really super crazy here. We got ourselves that Drajeweled card, but in FR. Looks really nice. So this just says, on place, put a card from hand into soul, draw 1, and then if you have Drajeweled, it gets 5k. So it's actually technically generic. It doesn't say play from hand. So this is actually really solid. I don't know how I missed this. This is pretty decent, just to consider for like toolboxing, or not toolboxing, but just generic support in Dark States. Pretty cool. Because it's just a cheap copy of Rising Dragon. Right? I got some Bastion support here, and then we got ourselves some Felty Roses support, which is pretty cool. She, for whatever reason, got support in this set, even though there's a lyrical set coming on. She's getting support again, but granted, she does need the help. This says when something with 2 crit or more attacks retire this, give that unit 5k. So started out great, and then it was like, never mind. Here's the 3k version. When this is placed, discard a top card. If it's a trigger, choose one of your units, gets 5k. Sure. Here's the starter for now not clear. Oops. Here is Chris Rain card that gets boost. But it's a grade 2. So
wow.
Here's the Impervious Dragon again, but the double rare this time.
Wow.
And then here is a Z-Lance support card. So I've actually been looking forward to this. I think I put away the deck already. But the support looked pretty cool. Like I recently I have a bunch of cards here right next to me, right? Sorry. I have like a shit ton of cards that I have like taken apart, right? For decks. I'm just like, I'm not gonna play this right now. And they're just taking up space. So and they're taking up staples that I can put in other decks, right? So I've just taken them apart and I have them on the side to like sort them and put them in binders. But Z-Lands was one of them, right? I went through all the nations. I'm up to Starkea. And then I have to put away Starkea and then do Lyrical next. But I was debating keeping Z-Lands because the support looked pretty cool. But I think I already took it apart, but we'll see. So this one says, in drop, when your Z-Lance is chosen by Wrought Iron, you EB3 call this out. Then if this is chosen by your Wrought Iron or just any set order, so you can't play like the boost set order, for example, which Z-Lance can actually set because he just sets a set order, by the way, by his effect. But choose one of your Z-Lance, gives it 5k. So this is like decent. There's another girl, I think she's actually a triple rare. That's actually really good for the deck as well. And she's technically generic, I think, but there's nothing for set orders. That uses set orders right now in Dragon Empire, right? And this is Buff Saga support. Because, you know, she really needed that. Dragonsoul support, that looks pretty cool. This is the new Jewel Neil, grade 2. Here's this little elephant guy. When this is placed on rare during battle phase, look at the top card, put it on the top of your deck, enter soul. So that's actually kind of cool. Would have been nice to have like 5 years ago. There's plant tokens reprinted here. You'll maybe find out why in a bit. I got some more Leash Fell support here. And I'm glad I'm getting a second copy of this. I had a box that I opened up yesterday. But this is Magnetism Monster Magnets. So this is the Brankgate Tetrafold. So this says, when this is placed on rear, other than by a card's ability, unit's card's ability, if you played a set order, not a normal order, a set order this turn, a Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them, call it to rear, or add a set order to your hand. So the same Tetrafold effect is just you have to play a set order. Then it says, when its unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, if your order zone has a set order, this gets 5k into the battle, and if you have a Vanguard or monster in its name, this gets 10k into the 5k. So technically makes it Arkwright support, so it works really well on Arkwright. Works really well in a lot of decks. Mainly it's being used in Eva, but I feel like it works in a lot of other Brankgate decks. So I'd like to get a bunch of copies of those, or maybe try it out in a bunch of different decks. Here's the Venator grade 1, I should say. Here's some cyclers. This girl's really cute, but we got Fortio support. So this is a friends. Not very cool, not very good, that card, but the art is really pretty. Here's Juicy Fruity. This is a new ride line in Lyrical, which just has fucking apples and shit. And he actually uses plant tokens, so pretty cool. Great Recycler. We got an Vanguard card. This one's really good too. This is Blue Death Star Nokim Occasion. So in your drop, if card was not put into your order zone by card's ability, bind him, choose a strategy from hand or drop, and put it into your order zone. So it just lets you get an extra strategy, which is the biggest issue with Vanguard. This is actually a super great card, right? Is that you just don't have the ability to get set orders more than once per turn, and you need to play so many of them. And then we got Flagberg support. All right, this is for what was the right side. So now let's take a look at the left side here. Gonna get ourselves the the grade 1 shield guy. Here's a new Drajeweled grade 1. We got some more cool Brankgate wrestler girls, which I'm really hoping that we get some sort of deck around. But I don't know what this is. Oh, this is some random thing that has card restrict. Here is some random monster support. Oops. I got a Greedon con, I'm assuming. Yep.
Wow.
And then we got ourselves here a double rare for Vanguard. So this is Blue Death Star, Macy Distance. This says, unplaced on rear. If you have a Vanguard with Blue Death Star in its name, EB3, look at the top 5, choose one strategy or grade 3, whatever galaxy piece from among them, put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. So that's decent. Pretty good targets, you know, adding stuff to hand like Richter or your Persona Ride is pretty good. Top 5, not that great. EB3, not that great either. Then it says, act on rear once per turn. If you have a Vanguard with Blue Death Star in its name, so blast 1, choose a battle word with Blue Death Star in its card name. Grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from your drop, call it to rear in the same column as this unit, and it gets at the end of the battle retires. There are like 3 targets for that effect, which is what makes it not so great. Unfortunately, one of them is really good. It's like a rare in set 10. And then there's like the ride line, and then that's kind of it. So hopefully that'll be good in the future. Right now, it's not very good, right? But yeah. I got some more Raziel support here. We got ourselves Liel support. She has a whole new form here. Erica might be one of the... No, yeah, Michiru is the other energy card here. Yeah, sorry, I know it's at least Michiru, Kagetsu, and Haruka. I don't know who the 4th one is, because you always do 4. I got some more Buff Saga support here. It's grade 3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Gives a lot of good pieces to everything, but it just doesn't, like, the status quo doesn't change. It supports a lot of the lower decks and gives them some cute things, but it doesn't like push anything really up above, right? Here is some Circea card, which is cute. Here is some non-clear support. Here is Blue Eddie Draco Kid, who is 5k, but every time something attacks, he gets 3k, so that's kind of cute. Here's the grade 2 for Juicy Fruity. So that's kind of cute. Here is a support card for Juicy Fruity. Here is the, I don't know how to say this. Alfini Savatobigi. Alfini Savatobogi. But this is Vice Ruger support. So this you can play from drop. You can only play this if you have Vice Ruger and your opponent's grade 3 or greater. Bind it, choose one of your Vanguards, and all of your Mythicists get 5k. So it's like the golden order, but strong. Perfect. And then we got ourselves, unfortunately, a triple rare for Liel. This is my second time getting this card. I don't plan on playing this deck, so have an unfortunate triple rare for me to pull. But so this is Knight of Distant Bowl Almov. It sucks. I really like all the archers, but they're never in like decks that I actually play, right? But when this unit is placed on rear, choose a grade 3 or greater with Liel in his card name for your ride deck, reveal it, or your Vanguard's already that, and you just energy charge 1. Then at the end of the battle, this unit boosted if you have a grade 3 or greater Liel from its card name, and your opponent's grade 3 or greater, put this to soul, and then you, the player, get the ability of your farmer get 5k to turn. So, sounds decent. From what I've heard, the deck is not super strong yet. But you know, got some more Dino Dragon support, which is pretty cool. There's 2 Dino Dragon decks. We just don't have the second one just yet. But yeah, here's this girl who, the towel looks really weird. It just looks like she's holding like a glop of like toothpaste. Every time I look at it, it just looks very weird. But this card is actually pretty interesting because he's generic. So if you play a normal order, you can put her to soul. Choose a unit, gets 5k. So it gives you soul whenever you play a normal order, which, you know, might be useful in some situations. She looks really cute, but she just gets 10k shield if it's 3rd battle. This is unfortunately Gear Dragon support, which is a bit unfortunate. Perfect. And we do get ourselves a Nana Clear. I feel like this is like the same box that I opened because I'm getting the same exact triples, which is like fine. I wasn't really planning on playing Nana Clear, so. But anyways, this is the one who guides towards paradise, Nana Clear. So first, during your turn, if you have 3 or more rear guards with one who arrived at paradise, so that's like the main archetype name, I guess. In their card's name, your world becomes Stray Garden, and this gets triple drive. So not drive +1, but specifically triple drive, so it can be Elementariad. Then act on Vanguard once per turn, EB3. Look at the top 5, choose up to 1 card from among them, reveal it, call it if it's a unit or if it's a specific order for her. Add it to your hand, and then if you call the unit with the archetype name of who arrived at paradise, it gets 5k. And then when it attacks, you can CV1 restand something. So nothing super crazy. Very basic deck, to be honest. I wish they would have done a little bit more. I really haven't explored the whole Stray Garden thing. It's just kind of like a blanket state that you get, and like nothing really happens with it from what I've seen. So It's a Colgate girl. I got all Calibra support. I didn't even know this card existed. I saw it yesterday. My fiance showed it to me. I was like, oh shit, I guess that is all Calibra support. Because I know there's like a double rare in the set that I was telling her about. She somewhat played all Calibra. But yeah. I got more Zedland support. This one's okay, just can intercept from the back row if you're selected with the Smithy. So it's like fine. We got a dog. We got this, which is alright. We got an SR. Unfortunately, our SR for this set. I wanted this in SR, but not like this. Of the Macy Distance. That's kind of nice, I guess. We've got another cute wrestler-ish girl. That's kind of nice. And then we got the Order for Nana Clear. A Bloom in Paradise Seed Mill Felty. Fail Tilt. I don't know. You guys can complain about my pronunciation in the comments below. So if you have Nana Clear, you can play this. Choose one of the following. Choose a who arrived at Paradise. We're gonna drop and call it. Or choose up to one of your rear guards who has, one who arrived at Paradise in his card name. Until the end of the turn, it gets that when this unit stands, it gets a crit till the end of the turn. It gets 5k. And if this is revealed from the deck and put into your hand by the ability of your Vanguard, reveal this card and then draw one. So, very interesting additional effect there, but I guess that's not bad. Well, that would be kind of nice if other orders did stuff like that. But I'm not seeing any of the cool shit that I talked about so much. Let's see if I can find out what the third token is. Yeah, okay, it is Erica. That's what I thought. Okay, there's Erica. So your choices are Erica, Kagetsu, Haruka, and Michiru for this set's energy. I have to get the Kagetsu ones. And then we're gonna get the Silverhorn Beast Cathair Chiel. So this is literally Sero, but has a grade 2. The only real difference is that this can be played from hand or placed on rear by Silverhorn Beast. Sero cannot be placed from drop. Now you can play it from drop, but it has to be by the ability of a Silverhorn Beast. And it also has to be when you have Magnolia specifically. Sero you can play from like turn 1 as long as your Vanguard was Silverhorn. But then it says Soul Blast 1, look at top 7 instead of top 5 for a Magnolia, add it to your hand. And then also your Persona increases your back row as well. And then we got ourselves here the very last pack here. Hopefully we can get the card that I actually want, which is of course the support for Vice Ruger, right? The triple rare. I haven't pulled a single one, but judging from what I've gotten so far, I don't think that's gonna happen. There's the BARO girl. Here's that common monster. Here is this random little thing that actually bounces itself to hand. Perfect. And the last card is actually gonna be this card I've never seen in my life. Oh, it's for TS support. God damn it. So yeah, whatever, it's in the same unit, they become friends. And then when placed on rear other than during battle, if you have a Vanguard with the friend ability, so that's kind of interesting. Opens up to other decks having the friend keyword, but CB1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to one unit with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them, put it to your hand, and if it is a card with a different name from this unit and the fill ability, call it to rear. If not, then shuffle the deck. So seems good. Actable Crescent Sternelish. Not really the triple rare that I was hoping to see. I don't even know. I've been very disconnected for the reveals for this set, so that's why I'm very shocked to see that. But there's been a lot of things that I'm just like, oh, cool. But the things I actually know that I actually want from this set, I did not get really any of, which is kind of whatever. I think the plant tokens are also once per box, which I guess is nice. They're also nationless, by the way. But in any case, hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing video. Sorry, you're probably going to get another one because I'm going to do one for set 5 of Original Vanguard coming up next. So stay tuned for that, I guess. But until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Play Vanguard and have yourselves a damn good one.